What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael, and today we have some new cards to talk about. Some Legendary Monsters pack, which are some reimagining of Legendary Monsters from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, and possibly later on. So we're going to jump into that. If you guys are excited, for these new monsters and stuff like that, like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, let's jump into the video. So first card is a retrain of Mystical Elf herself, which is Mystical Elf, Mystical Burst Stream. Level Light, spellcaster effect, 800 attack, 2000 defense, same as the original. When a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, and you control a level 5 or higher normal monster, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand if you do negate that effect. So this card, if you wanted to, can fit into Dark Magician or Blue Eyes or Red Eyes, and any really like level 5 or higher normal monster deck, those ones being fan favorites if you want more of a casual one itself. So it can fit into those. During your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can target a normal monster in either graveyard and special summon it, and if you do, while you control monsters, your opponent must attack it if able. So the idea here is you summon out Blue Eyes, we have to run into Blue Eyes and everything and have to attack it. And Blue Eyes has 3000 attack, and and a lot of monsters can't get over that. Pretty cool. Meta relevancy, probably not going to do anything. But other than that, it's a pretty cool card, and it's really nice to see retrains of classic monsters in general. And I'm not going to say that for every single one of these, because that'll get old. But I still like Mystical Elf, and I'm just happy to see it kind of have a cool upgraded version. Next up, one of Kaiba's monsters, Kaiser Glider. Level 6 Light Dragon effect, 2400 attack, 2000 defense. Its first effect is a hard once per turn. Its first effect is a quick effect too. You contribute one monster, but summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, for its second effect, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls. This card's attack becomes equal to that monster's until the end of the turn. That's a throwback to the original one, where if it's attacked, you return the monster to hand after it was destroyed by battle. This one is, it becomes the same as like one of your opponent's monsters, probably the highest and everything, and says, hey, don't attack me. This is the idea. Meta relevancy, probably not going to be very relevant, but it is pretty cool nonetheless, and it can, for casual play, it is pretty funny and pretty cool, and a lot of people are going to like it because it's a retrain of one of Kaiba's monsters. He didn't use that monster very often, but it did appear in things, and it looks like a mini Winged Dragon of Ra. Next up is Giltia, the Magical Knight. Spear Soul. Giltia, the D Knight. Soul Spear is probably going to be its TCG name or something similar. And it's a level 5 light warrior effect monster. With 1850 attack, 1500 defense, and its third effect is a hard once per turn. If you control no monsters, you can normal summon this without attributing. When this card is normal summoned, you can banish one monster your opponent controls with attack higher than or equal to this card's defense. That does not target, so that's really, really good removal. And then its third effect is you can discard one card, add one level 7 Dark Dragon, or one level 7 Dark Machine, or level 5 Water Warrior from your deck to your hand. Alright, so there are a lot of level 7 Dark Dragons you can add. I didn't bother adding all of them to the list I'm about to show you. I instead added the more meta relevant ones and stuff like that. And Odd Eyes, I think I took it off there, but Odd Eyes Pendulum and Odd Eye is a level 7 Dark Dragon you can have on there. And yeah, let's look at the list. So, Red Eyes Black Dragon here represents the entire Red Eyes archetype pretty much. All the level 7 Dark Red Eyes Dragons are, you can search for this card. You can search Diablos King of the Abyss with this card, which is really cool. Um, the more really cool thing you can search with this, and you could search this with Monarch cards as well. The next card is Dark Armed Dragon. So Dark Armed Dragon is even more searchable. And then the fantastical dragon Phasme, um, which is a used to be a really relevant meta card, and will probably still be in certain metas where there's a lot more link decks and stuff like that. So it can search this as well. As for the level 6 Dark Machines, the only real meta relevant one is, or one that you could even consider even somewhat meta relevant, is Jinzo, and Jinzo hasn't seen play in a very, very long time. It also can search out the Psycho Giga Cyber right here. So, which is just a free level 6 monster if your opponent controls more spell and trap cards than you do. It also has a Jinzo effect, but that's not the relevant thing here. It's more that it can summon itself out, so you can make possibly a rank 6 if you had another thing. And the last card that this can search are Legendary Swordsman 1 and Legendary, not Legendary Swordsman, Legendary Fisherman 1 and Legendary Fisherman 2. So, yeah, that's what it searches. It searches those for the more relevant cards. There are very little Water Warrior monsters that are level 5 specifically. The Legendary Fisherman level 2 is probably the best one, since it is unaffected by other monster effects while Umi is on the field. And, yeah. So, those are the more meta-relevant cards. This card will mainly be searching for, if you're going to even try to use it competitively, would probably be searching Phantasm this one. And it also can remove an opponent's monster that can't be targeted and can't be destroyed by card effects. So it can just remove it as long as it has higher attack than 1850, which it will, most likely, because it'll probably be something from the extra deck. You're just going to have to play around negates. Unfortunately, that's the downside for this. But this one is actually pretty cool, and has good abilities overall. Probably the best out of the three. If I had to rank them, this one's number 1, this one's number 2, and this one's number 3. But that's just my personal opinion. Next up, we have a new Harpie dragon called Harpie's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire Blast. It's a level 7 Wind Dragon effect with 2,000 attack and 2,500 defense. And its first and third effects are hard ones for turn each. If you control a level 6 or lower wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. This allows you to summon it through many means. Or you can special summon it just because you have Harpies. You don't have to. It's not a brick in your hand. And if you want to play the rank 7 version of Harpies, this is a lot easier to do so. And this makes sure you don't have to actually play the original Harpie's Pet Dragon, because that card is a brick at best. And yeah, this card isn't a brick. You can just summon it. Its second effect, monsters cannot target level 6 or lower Harpies for attacks. So if you don't, if you don't synchro or not synchro Xyz with this in the rank 7 version of Harpies, where you get access to rank 7s with Channeler in this, it'll just protect your Harpie monsters, and instead you can go for the level 8. Well, level 6 or lower. It protects your lower Harpies, so yeah, it'll protect your lower Harpies, but that's probably not going to be as relevant as the other things. And then if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send a Winged Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. So that's for Harpist itself, and a few other ones I think that have graveyard relevant effects. But yeah, overall, this one is probably, if you plan on playing any Harpie dragons, this one is probably the best one to do so. But that's going to be it for this video. You can tell me what you think about these cards in the comment section below and tell me if you're excited by them. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday today. If you want to send me any cool deck profiles or replays, my email is in the description. I would love to see them. And of course, and as always, have a wonderful day.